Yeah, so did not go to the shooting of Batman versus Superman that happened this weekend in LA. Should have went dressed up as casual Batman, or casual Batman should have went. He's a totally separate guy. I got problems. What's happening, film fans? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you some movie news that you can find on your own, but I'm gonna find it for you and tell you about it. Yeah! I appreciate you guys clicking in, and we got a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Yes, Batman vs. Superman. It did, in fact, start production, kinda, over the weekend out in LA at East Campus Stadium, and I should have went. I even had a friend of mine, fellow Android blogger, invite me on this excursion, but Saturday was a bad day because I made the mistake of drinking till 5 o'clock in the morning that night. Fuck. But yes, 4 minutes of that footage, behind the scenes footage, has shown up on the internet. If you haven't checked it out yet, there's not much to see. I mean, you see people yelling Gotham, you see the extras coming in and with the Gotham and Metropolis uniforms. It's pretty cool. I mean, Zack Snyder even was there too, making sure everything was, you know, great. So you see him at the beginning of this footage. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll have a link down below in the balls area. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. I still want to cry. And speaking of Batman vs. Superman, there is still a slight chance that Wonder Woman will be in this movie. You know, that is the question. Obviously, with this movie, we want to know, like, what the details are. We want to know who's in it specifically, just because, you know, obviously there's going to be characters from the Superman universe as well as the Batman universe. You know, the worlds obviously have to collide, so you have to have those little sub-characters. But is there going to be a fellow Justice League member also make an appearance? And still people are going, Wonder Woman maybe. First, these rumors came about because they are looking for a female lead in this movie, but everybody's just kind of assuming it's going to be Bruce Wayne's love interest, so yeah. But one of the little humor. But then today, a guy named Kevin Feige or something like that, he's an executive over at Warner Brothers, and he was asked questions about this, and he was asked about Wonder Woman and everything, and he basically, after what he said, he didn't say no and he didn't say yes. So, you know what, it would be kind of cool if they did that, if they introduced her in this movie, but they should really keep a lid on it so then everybody is like surprised, or maybe they'll just do what they've been doing with like all the Avengers movie and have a secret ending, and there she shows up, like all Thor-like, but naked.
Sequels and prequels.
Lots of sequel news to talk about. First off, look at this Captain America, the Winter Soldier poster. Yes, this just got released today. Not bad looking. It's, I mean, what can you say? Well, I mean, they'll up the game, definitely. I actually like the first Captain America movie. It was done pretty well. I mean, I thought that's as well as they could have done it. You know, I mean, he's not like a super strong character, but of course he's a necessity to the Avengers. But yeah, the Winter Soldier will be coming out next year in May, I believe it is. So there's actually even like a spoiler I can even say about the Winter Soldier, but I won't. But if you know the comic book a little bit, you'll know what I'm talking about. And speaking of the Avengers, James Spader, of course, was cast as Ultron, which will be the villain of the Avengers, Age of Ultron. But everybody was wondering, like, is he actually going to be physically filmed, like, on set? And obviously, probably not, since the Ultron character is kind of just like a somebody in a, what is it? It's, I can't even think of the metal that Wolverine has. Adamantium. He's going to be made of adamantium, and he's pretty much going to be special effects. So everybody's thinking, okay, is James Spader just going to be there to do a voice, like supply a voice? Turns out, no. Yeah, I guess they're going to do motion capture, so he'll have his mannerisms as well as his voice. And, you know, that's good, because they're trying to utilize James Spader as much as they can, because, you know, James Spader, when it comes to casting a villain, perfect. James Spader is an awesome villain. He's an awesome actor, and I think him being the villain of this one, he'll measure up to Hiddleston's Loki, so looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys think. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. It's about time that a sequel's coming out, almost what, 30 years later? Yeah, it was reported actually like 2 years ago that Tim Burton gave the blessing to, hey, gave the go-ahead, write a Beetlejuice 2 movie, the sequel. Let's write it, go ahead. But he wasn't going to do anything about it, probably just be a producer. But I guess recently, Tim Burton has found interest in it. He actually was going to give up a movie that he's trying to adapt. I guess that was a story, some kind of story. I don't even know the name of it off the top of my head, but I think he was going to pass up on that and do Beetlejuice 2, but now he's rearranged his schedule and he's going to try to do both movies. As for a returning cast, Michael Keaton, of course, is in talks, and a lot of people are going, oh, isn't he too old now? Hey, he's only 62, I think I checked, yeah. And if Stallone and Schwarzenegger can still do action at almost 70, Michael Keaton can still do Beetlejuice at 62. Come on, makeup, he's still a funny guy, let him have it. And a new promotion poster of Transformers Age of Extinction. Well, we got Age of Ultron and Age of Extinction. Come on, people, let's create some different subtitles. But yes, here's the poster right here. Just shows Optimus Prime, a little redesign. You know, they said that they were redesigning all the Transformers, so that was what Optimus Prime looks like. They're still in the middle of filming it. Actually, the crew, where's the cast and crew, yeah. And Michael Bay actually addressed this, I guess, when they were shooting in Hong Kong last week. Some crazy dude with an AC unit like threw it at him and it was trying to bite people. I mean, literally, it was like this guy was zombified. That's pretty creepy. No one was hurt though. Everything was good. He assured everybody that everything was okay after they resolved that situation, and then they had a great day of shooting. But yes, Transformers 4 will be out next year, and there's your little bit of taste of it. That didn't even make sense. And finally, yes, speaking of sequels that are long time coming, Bruce Campbell himself has confirmed there will be an Army of Darkness 2. Now, when the Evil Dead remake came about, I talked about how he was talking about what they wanted to do with the Evil Dead saga, and they wanted to make an Army of Darkness 2 as well as a sequel to the remake of Evil Dead, and then cross worlds. You have Ash's world with the Now world, and it all just kind of comes together. So it looks like that's hopefully going to be happening. I mean, he said he confirmed that Sam Raimi is writing a script. So there you go, fans of the cult classic. I love the movie. Groovy. Who knows when it'll start coming out. I mean, I'm willing to bet that Beetlejuice 2 and Army of Darkness 2 is going to end up showing up in 2015. Because that seems to be like the nexus of the film universe. Well, alright guys, that's all the movie news I wanted to talk about. Make sure you hit that like, thumbs up button if you like this show, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And also check out my website, filmjunkie.com, for all the movie news that I talk about and everything posted up. And I'll talk about everything. Sometimes there's a lot of crap. Well, alright guys, I am David, the Film Junkie, and I brought you some movie news you can find on your own, but I found it for you. Congratulations. You must feel honored. Talk to you later.